Finally, I'm able to get back to the red Eclipse, and the first thing which I'm gonna do is replace the quarter window. This one is a 99 version and it does have the VIN number engraved, which is something I don't like, and the design is a little bit different. This was only temporarily duct taped. It was supposed to be only for a few days, but I end up leaving it for a few months, and you can see the glue is already sticking to the paint. That's something which I don't like. I have to clean out this mess. Hopefully it didn't do any damage to the paint. And here is the new quarter window, which is in okay shape. It's already tinted. The next thing which I'm gonna do is put the view door, which is missing right now, and then this mechanism here. And after this I have to move up to the front, since I do have something new pop out, which is not fun. For some reason the last time I was running only on battery, and apparently my alternator it's going bad, or it's bad already, or it's something else, not 100% sure. But I went ahead and bought a new alternator, which is 90 amps. I think it's from 97 Sturm or Galant, actually Galant, yeah. 97. It's supposed to be bolt-on. This one is remanufactured, which is this is the part number. It's remanufactured in China, which is not really good, but it should be fine, so we'll find out. And let's get to work, I guess. The fuel door is reinstalled, and the area for the quarter windows is all cleaned up. I do have a line over here from the duct tape which I need to buff out, and some over here, not a big deal. First I'm going to apply some primer, this one, right over here where the adhesive is gonna be. And then I'm gonna apply some primer over here. The reason you don't need to apply some primer is because this windshield adhesive will stick better with the primer, otherwise it might not stick. And I already cut the nozzle, something like this, and I'm gonna apply a bit around here, and that's it, pretty simple. And to apply your primer, you can use some bow brushes like these ones. It's quite easy with them. The primer is already applied, and this is how it's gonna look. These things smell a lot, so better wear a mask or open your garage wide open. I did apply a lot over here, you don't need it, but I just did because I'm gonna apply some adhesive here, just because the rubber is kind of flimsy, and I'm gonna apply some more here, and I do have a dent here. But this thing is also good if you have some kind of scratch, like you see the bare metal. This is gonna protect it from rusting out. And here is the other side. It's all ready to go. Now I just need to apply the glue. The adhesive is applied, and I think I went a little bit crazier than I was thinking. Hopefully that's not too much, and I don't want to even think taking this thing off because it's gonna be a nightmare. And just like this, it's all done. I do need to clean up this trim. You can see it's kind of white, faded, but the other side was the same, and I buffed it out and it cleared up. We'll see if this one is gonna be the same. I did apply some glue here, and that's why I taped this area, because this back part was sticking out. And now, as you saw earlier, I did apply way too much glue, and now I'm paying the price. The glue is coming out through here, which is not really fun. I mean, I can take off the tint and clean it up, but it's not really visible unless I put some light on it. So for now it's gonna be like this. We'll see if this is gonna bother me. I can fix it, but that's the price you're gonna pay if you apply way too much glue like me. The battery is hooked up, so now let's start the car and see if the batteries will start charging, or the alternator is bad, or something else. Right now the battery is 12.2, so let's see. Oh, she started right away, and I can see the battery is going down. That means the alternator is not working, or is something else. Or could be there's some diode over there, like a relay or something like this. I have to check it out, but most likely is the alternator. Surprisingly, I don't have a light for the battery, which is kind of weird. I think the light for the battery should show up here, or maybe the light is missing. The bulb is missing. See, 11.9, 12.0. That should be 13 something, if I'm not mistaken, something like this. Probably it does charge something, just a little bit maybe. Let me see. Right now the car is running only on battery, and you can hear the fuel pump. Maybe that's why my fuel pump was whining. Alright. I don't see the battery light when I switch the ignition to on position. That means the bulb is dead or is missing. Well, over here there is supposed to be a relay for the alternator, but it's missing, and apparently I took it off for some reason. I don't know why. I mean, I know why. I was cleaning up all the evap crap and the boost solenoids here, if I remember correctly, and I took off the alternator relay. But the car was working fine for so many years, so I guess this is not a big deal, at least what I read. This is just for the light or something like this. But I'm gonna take off the alternator now and see what's gonna happen, and maybe later I'm gonna find the relay, and I'm going to hook it up. Maybe we'll see. And I don't have a relay here also because I was cleaning up the engine bay, and even the wires are cut short somewhere inside the engine bay because I was redoing my engine wire harness and I just cut it off. Anyway, hopefully it's not a big deal. So far wasn't, but we'll see. The new alternator is mounted. It took a while because I did some cleaning, and now it does look a lot better than before. Here was pretty greasy, and that's why it took me so long. I mean, it's not the cleanest, but it's a lot better than before. And here is the old alternator. I'm still going to test it to see what they're gonna say. And this is from the underneath. And now I just need to start the car and see if this fixes the problem. It's time for the test. Let me drop down the car. The battery is 12.2, so let's see what's gonna happen. And nothing happened. That's the bad thing. Ah, damn it, I knew the alternator is good. Oh, I should. That's just not real. Alright, so my next plan is to start the silver Eclipse and check the readings and then if everything is good here, I'm going to swap out the ECUs. And this one right now is reading 11.6, which is kinda weak. Hopefully it will start. Alright. I step on the gas. Just to make sure everything is good here. But it looked like here everything is good. It's 1441. That's me. It's time to change the ECUs and see what's gonna happen. I don't see the battery light here either. That's because I removed the relay, and look like the relay doesn't affect the alternator, so I should be good. There's something else wrong with this Eclipse. Before I change the ECUs, I'm going to start this Eclipse one more time, and I'm going to rev it up a little bit higher and see what's gonna happen. Oh, I love this. Alright, now I see. But once I revved it up past 3000 RPM, it did start charging, which means probably my other alternator was good, but that doesn't make sense because I'm pretty sure the car was dying. It died. It drained the battery. So I don't know, something's going on here. The power steering belt was kind of loose, so I tied it up, and now everything should be good. Let me try this again. This is really strange. Better. Alright. The alternator belt was slightly loose. Actually, it wasn't that loose. I think there was some grease on it, but I tied it up and now it's all good, and it won't squeal. Let me start the car and show you what I found out. Alright, so now the alternator is not charging the battery, but once you rev past 3000 RPM, the alternator will start charging by you're gonna like a jump start it, something like this. Let me show you. You see, I rev it up and it's charging now. So, and the belt is still squealing, which is pissing me off. But what I found out there is, let me shoot out the car. So right now everything is good. The alternator is charging 14, 15, which is kind of high, I don't know, but I'm gonna turn it off and you will see that right now it's gonna be like, I mean, it's 13 because it starts charging, but if I start the car, you see it's 12 too, and I kinda need to jump start the alternator up to 3000 RPMs and it will start charging. Alright, now it's charging. And alright. And the reason for this is because you don't see my battery light here. It's not showing on when I switch the key on to on position. And that's because, at least I think, I mean that's what I read, it's because of this relay. Right now the relay is missing. I'm gonna plug it in and we will see if the car will start charging without revving past 3000 RPMs. Theoretically it should start, at least that's what I read. And one more thing, this actually is not a relay, it's like some kind of diodes here. It's like a, that they name it relay, but it's not relay. And this is where the alternator relay is located, underneath the coolant reservoir, right over here on the side. And now when I start the car, the alternator will start charging the battery right away. Let me show you. The only thing which is not working is my battery light. I was thinking it will start work once I plugged in the relay, but it doesn't. That means my bulb is dead. So let me show you. Right now the battery is 12.6 and I'm gonna start the car. And you can see the alternator start working right away without me having to rev the car past 3000 RPMs, which means this was the problem. But what I want to do next is fix my bulb and see if I can take off the alternator relay and use only the bulb. Will this still work? Because I think the relay is only for backup if the bulb is not working. I'm not quite sure if this is true, but we're gonna find out in a second. So let me stop this. I'm gonna take off this crap and change the bulb and we'll find out. The bulb appeared to be in good condition. I swapped it out with this bulb just to make sure that everything is good, but it's still not showing and probably shouldn't show, I guess. So this theory won't work. I have to find out if the bulb should show up, if the light should show up when I switch the ignition to on position. I think it should, because I can see all the rest of the lights are showing, but this one is not. So that means could be something else bad, something along the way, like some line, I don't know. I'm gonna find out. I swapped out the gauge cluster with this one and the battery white still wasn't working. So that means my gauge cluster is in good condition. What I did next, I took off the battery bulb, which is this one, and then I traced this line, which is going from here, you can see, up to here, and then there is a resistor here, goes up to here, and it's number 13 on the plug. So here is 9 to 16 and this one is number 13, and number 9 actually is this one if you need it. I mean, I don't need it, I just need this one because this number 13 is a blue wire. It's supposed to go up to the alternator relay. So now number 13 is this one here, so it's supposed to be this one. And when I touch it, it's supposed to ring because I'm testing the line, but it's not. That means the line is broken, and I found out where the line is broken. Basically, I forgot to plug in this connector, so now this blue wire, it's right over here, and if I touch this one, you can see it's ringing, so it does make connection, which means I just need to connect this plug in and everything will work. I don't know what else this was connected to, because there are a bunch of wires, you can see, but I guess they're not that important because my car was running fine. And let me show you up front, this thing I need to fix, and this one, damn it, it's kind of loose. Anyway, let me show you. So up front, I took off the relay, and this is the wire. You see, this is the blue wire which is going up to the dash, and there is a black and yellow wire which is going from here up to the alternator. It's connected to this plug down there, which is connected to the alternator. So basically this wire goes from here, from the alternator, up to the relay, and from the relay it does go, because they are spliced together, you can see both wires are spliced together, it does go up to the dash light. And that means this relay, it's only a backup. If this line is broken, you saw the line was broken, and the relay did the job. Now when I leave the relay off, I'm pretty sure the alternator will start working without me having to jump start it, like revving it past 3000 RPMs. So let me connect everything and test it out the theory. The relay is off, and now let's start the car and see if the alternator will start working without it. And you can see the battery light is working, and I guess this connector was also for the oil light. And now my battery is 12.3, so let me start the car. Let's see if she's gonna start actually. I need to start this. Alright, start charging right away, you can see. So it's charging. I need to tie down this belt, I guess. Let me shut it down and try it again. Now I'm gonna start it. You can see it's 12.8, 12.9, but this is gonna go drop down real quickly. I'm gonna start the car and you'll see it will start charging right away. It's charging. The car doesn't want to idle, but that's another problem which I have to fix, because she's kind of cold, and maybe something else, I don't know, but at least I figured this problem out. And the reason why this alternator is working without the relay is because you can see, I showed you over here, because of the resistor. Probably is the same resistor which is over there in the relay, because this thing is not relay down there, it's just to put some load. This way the alternator will start charging. Alright, now she's idling good and also charging, which is quite nice. So that means you don't need the relay. This is only a backup. It's not bad to have, because if your light or the resistor is kind of bad, or maybe if the resistor is bad, your light won't work, but basically it's kind of good to have a backup. Not a bad idea, but you can always rev it past 3000 and it's still gonna work. So this problem is solved, which I'm quite happy. Now I need to fix this, because it's already started to annoy me a lot. And this thing is for some reason the same glue. It's holding up good, but this one, I guess I put it too early and the pressure was too much. That's good. What I'm going to do next is remove the old tint from the rear window. You can see it's really bubbly, and this tint is very old, and that makes it really difficult to remove. So what I did, I sprayed the whole rear window with a soapy water, then I grab a trash bag, this one, and I cut it to the shape just like this, you can see. And my next step is going to be to spray the inside with a lot of soapy water. Just spray it with a lot of soapy water and apply this trash bag. And after this, I'm gonna open the garage door, and the sun will hit the rear window. It's gonna heat it up, and it's gonna be like a steam removal, but a lot better because it's gonna heat the whole area. As long as outside is really hot, this method, it does work really good. I tried it already, and it makes night and day difference, because I did remove this tint with a steam cleaner, and it was really difficult and time consuming, but with the trash bag method, actually it's really simple. And I live in Texas, so the sun is really, like, I mean, it's hitting really hard, so it won't be a big deal. It's not so hot outside today, so we'll see if this is gonna work out. The tint is peeling off. If it was a little bit more warmer outside, it was going to be a lot better, but still you can see how easy it is to take off the tint now. And this is because it's not so hot outside, that's why. Otherwise the whole thing is supposed to peel off like this. Let's see, this one stayed here. Alright, I was able to take off the most of the tint, but there's some pieces left which I need to take off. It's too cloudy, and that's why. Otherwise I was going to be able to take off the whole piece as a one. It's all nice and clean now, and I kind of like it without the tint, because you can see the interior, you can see the strut bar, and it's kind of nice. Maybe I'm going to drive her without a tint for quite a while. We'll see, I'm not quite sure. Cleaning the air filter, this was something which I was skipping for quite a while. I can buy a new one, but it's gonna be later, not yet, because my engine bay is too dirty anyway. Maybe I'm gonna run it one more time. And just like this, the filter look like new again. So I'm thinking about ending the video here, since it's already way too long. I still have to do a lot of things to this car, but this is gonna be on the next video. So Thanks for watching guys, and see you on the next one.